Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Kamicraft, and I'm just doing some stuff around the base. I went ahead and AFK for some more fish to put in Spawn Town because we run out of fish a lot down there. Yeah, lots of stuff has changed around the base. I'm sorry this episode took so long to get out. I came down with some bad food poisoning and was bedridden for a couple of days. But yeah, I'm back now. Some of the stuff I was able to do before I got sick, and I kind of worked here and there whenever I could actually get out of bed. And yeah, we got some beacons. I went over to Fuzz's Wither skeleton shop, and we have an easy wither killing area. So I just bought a bunch of wither skeleton heads. We switched out all these guys, all the little redstone lamps for these beacons, because I think they're like the highest level of light source you can get in the game. So not only do they look good, they're really useful. I didn't switch out like these guys or anything like that. I just want to do these guys. We did finish the walkway that I mentioned in the end of last episode. So we come up here, we come across, and bam! Here's our walkway to the tree farm. I absolutely love it. I kept this whole style which we used in the bedroom area over here. I had some leaves hanging down, and then I went ahead and did some terraforming and some landscaping and all that good stuff here. You guys would remember there didn't used to be a waterfall. Oh man, GG. Okay, and now I plan this. I'm not sure. I don't like the trees back there. It's a little weird, but I was trying to cover up the fact that we're in a cave. So maybe I'll do something a little different, but for right now it's good. We got a little lake down here, and you can kind of see I didn't like try to fill this in. This was all just supposed to be a scenic thing, like you just walk by and you can look at it. It doesn't serve a purpose. I don't go all the way back here yet. I do plan on extending back to that direction. I just haven't yet. Also, if you look in the top left hand corner, we are finally in 1.11 and my frames are really bad. Ugh. Anyways, so 1.11 we have shulker boxes. And these things are awesome. Now this one I didn't get from an end city. If you guys remember when I fought the Ender Dragon last time, or not the Ender Dragon, when I fought the Guardian spawners to try to get those, we have shulkers down there. And I've kind of told everyone, hey, if you guys get shulkers down here, don't like plunder the shulkers down here. Kind of leave some down there. Get enough for like one box to try it out. Because we had some problem with some end cities. We were able to fix that. We opened up the end world in resource world, and I've been allowing people to go through there and raid end cities in that world since the end cities did generate. So yeah, lots of stuff has happened in between episodes. Oh man guys, I was getting ready to head towards Spawn Town to head to the shop, but then I noticed this as I was cooking up fish. We got low fuel light. It actually worked. I think it's done cooking its fish, or we may be out of fuel. Let's grab... Actually, let's take from this because we are overstacked. So we have 8 furnaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And let's see if that makes the light go out. Alright guys, so we got the light to turn off, but not without a ton of work. So, being the smart person I am, the block behind this, I put a repeater going into it. So a repeater would turn on or power the block, and that would change power the light, and that's how I pass the signal through. Well, underneath this double chest is a hopper which sits right above that powered block. So whenever I put stuff in here, it wasn't sucking it in. I was trying to figure out why it wouldn't do that. That's when I saw the power block incident. Let's go ahead and come back through here. This clip is actually 30 minutes after the last one. Trying to rework the low fuel light. So what I've got going now is, you can see the line used to come this way, and they come across, and there was a block right here, a repeater right here. And so now what I've done is it kind of does this little zigzag. Oh, at the corner of my eye I thought I saw a creeper. It comes through here, and then I had to put these repeaters right here to make sure this line, which works, the lights for the spawner farm don't mess up. And then I had to put an extra repeater right here so that this line wouldn't connect with this line. So a lot of stupid extra repeaters just for little things, because I want something crammed in a tight spot instead of spreading out. Because, you know, that's how we do things on the Kamicraft server. We cram massive redstone into tiny areas that really shouldn't make sense. And you guys can now see what I'm talking about. Where, hey, that was just a showpiece. It's not a real lake or anything. If you come this way, you can drop all the way down. I didn't want this large body of water getting any closer to this redstone than it had to. So yeah, we're good there. I'm gonna go ahead and close up shop here. Alright guys, so I just got done refilling our chicken shop, which now serving fishy chicken. Hey, Python's back on. GG Pythons. Let's come around here. We've got a new shop. Bank has gone into Resource World and he has found llamas. So I honestly want to check that out before I go into my shop. So let's swim over there real quick. Oh, I get it now. Got it. So if you want a llama, you've got to go ahead and pay for these guys before... Okay, that's cool. Very cool. We might get a llama. I don't really have much of a use for a llama. I have toyed with moving a good bit of my base and maybe doing kind of like a satellite base. We'll think about it. Let's hop in here. Alright, let's make a run through the armor. So we've sold the helmet. We've sold a chest plate. Pants are still good. We've sold some boots, which means we've only got one of these left. And the biggest problem with these boots is Feather Falling 4. I have such a problem getting Feather Falling 4. I get Depth Strider 3 every time I make a pair of boots. It doesn't matter if it's leather, iron, or diamond. I get Depth Strider 3. So that's not a problem. I want to say it's like on everything I have. If anything, I could probably go buy Feather Falling from Freddy. Amp these guys up. I put 2 in here, and sure enough, sold both of them. Jeez. Picks are gone. We got a missing axe. We got no shovels left. Our sword's good. That's good. I'm trying to figure out... Oh, someone bought wool. Looks like someone bought 2 glowstone. No one bought any sealants. Man. Okay, yeah. We cleaned house. So I've got a lot of work I need to do, I guess, in the Enderman farm in the next couple minutes. I think I need to bring you guys in there and show you the Enderman farm, because that is, for the most part, complete now and almost done, and it looks good. But for the enchanting and stuff, that's kind of boring and loud, and I'll bring you guys back when I go to the end just to show you the farm. Alright guys, so here is our Enderman farm. Get that bank real quick. Okay, here's the Enderman farm. We did the double carpet trick so we could have height. I hate the too high areas. That always messes with me. I barely do it when I mine. Every once in a while I'll still do 3 high, but this turned out really well. We had to up the max entity cramming rule. This is up to 75, so it's not as efficient as it used to be, but it's still good enough to get the job done. We got our enchanting station over here. I did some enchanting. Every once in a while I got something good, like that's going to be usable pick. I've got the stuff I need back in my base to finish that off. This is good. This is good. But then I was getting like that and that. Wait, I got fortune on shovels. That's horrible. I really like fortune on, or I still have to enchant that. I like silk touch on shovels, but not fortune. I mean, because that just gives you, what is it, flint from gravel. And you really don't need that much flint. Yeah, so how this works is we have 3 spots. And when you kill Enderman on these 2 spots right here, the pearls automatically get thrown out into the end. We just go ahead and disregard them. Act like they're not even there. We just trash them from the get-go. And that's to stop backup of pearls in the system. Now, when these guys die on this 1 block here, the pearls come over here, they come up to item elevator, and they fill in these chests. Which, as you can see, 1 out of 3 is not bad. This thing's constantly filled. And you can look, when everything gets backed up and filled up, it comes down here, and then the overflow gets dumped into there, and that's where we're at right now. Right now, all 3 of these just immediately dump into the void. So, that's kind of how our farm works. Alright guys, we are back. We are in Spawn Town. Just got done fighting dragon to restock some elytras, and I've already sold out. Those things fly off the shelf so fast. I'm just gonna have to spend a day and fight the dragon 20 something times, I guess. But we're gonna do some work in here today. So if you guys remember this area from like the first episode or 2, this is where our blaze spawners are. The last time we saw it, they only had 1. We've got an upgrade. We got 2 more in there now. So they work really well. Of course, we have the Enderman farm now, so there's almost no real reason to be in here. You guys remember this is Lime's super complicated, what do you call it, auto smelter, which breaks almost every time someone tries to use it now. So what we're going to do today is we're going to rip this out. We're going to rip it out. We're going to put it in a much simpler design, something that doesn't break as often, and if it does break, it's super easy to fix. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and head back here, try to dissect the redstone that's going on, because there's a lot of it, and I think a lot of it's not really needed at all. Yeah, so we'll go ahead. I'll get to tearing some of this stuff out, figuring out what exactly was going on through here, because I'm fixing this thing almost every week. Dang it. There we go. And it's just time for an easier solution. So let me tear this thing out, and I'll bring you guys back when we have a blank slate. Alright guys, we're back. I've got this whole area cleaned out. I've got... J-Man's forgetting to eat. J-Man, you gotta eat, man. You gotta eat. Anyways, this whole area is cleared out. As you can see, it was a crap ton of redstone that honestly wasn't needed. I went ahead and started work. I have to have this farm going just because these guys were starting to pile up and it was starting to lag me pretty bad. We got the max entity cramming, so they should fall in here and not overload the server. They should die when there's too many of them. But now, see, this used to be the on-off button. It is no longer going to be the on-off button. We're going to make this section right here to determine whether or not you put these into the farm or you keep them. So in its state right now, light off, you keep your blaze rods. You flip this on, and you'll see the blaze rods start going down, and it's going down into a section over here. This section, sorry, this is crazy, and I'm doing redstone on dirt, which is a total not cool thing for me, but this is what I had in front of me. So this section right here, you can see the hopper right here. This is going to go into a minecart loading system. Now, I'm going to use the same smelter design I use all the time. You can hear those guys dying like crazy now. So it's going to be the same smelter that I used in the first map, that I used in my base, kind of. The only difference is you're going to have the input minecart chest like it is, but there's not going to be a fuel input chest. That's going to be done all automatic from down here. So I need to get the minecart loading section done, and I'm just going to use a version Exuma Void used a couple years ago. I think it's still good. I hope it's still good. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing done and the smelter laid out, and I'll bring you guys back and show you how all the redstone works. And we're back. And you guys can see I got a little bit further than I was planning to. I figured I better start recording before I actually finish this. I do know I checked my time. We're running really close on time, so I'm going to try to knock this out real quick and get this out. We'll do the next episode. I've got a couple big plans in Spawn still, so this will kind of be maybe a two-parter episode. I'm not sure. Anyways, so this guy, this is a very familiar design if you guys have been watching me for a while. I love this design. It's super simple and it always works. Minecart goes up, goes across, comes back. This detector rail determines if minecart has anything in it. If it does, it goes around this little loop right here to a repeater. Let's push this again. Yep, see the repeater? So if it does have something, the repeater turns on, and it turns on this powered rail, which will send it back out. Super simple redstone, and that's what this area has been needing, because it was too complex and it was constantly breaking down. Now I have added a couple cool features. So like when you're done, or when you're smelting stuff and maybe you're AFK, or maybe you left and you're doing some stuff in town, so you know, there you go, when something's in the chest, bam, light turns on, lets you know, hey, there's stuff in here. Or maybe you're getting ready to smelt and you notice the light's on, somebody left their stuff in there. It gives you a chance to go down here. I put these little chests in here. I'm kind of using them to store, well, the little bit of stuff. Let me just grab that. If someone leaves their stuff in there, you can, like, hey, put a sign on here and say, yeah, this was in here before I went to smelt and all that good stuff. And that's all that. You can come in here. Let's get this stuff out. I've got this light, fuel overflow. Now, the cool thing about this is that all the fuel is supplied through here. You can just turn the guy on and bam. Now anything that goes into this chest is going to go into the fuel line, which is really nice, except you can't tell when there's too much blaze rods getting backed up in here. I didn't put a out of fuel light because you can literally, you can just walk up to them and click to see if there's any fuel in these furnaces. But I wanted to make sure everyone knew that, hey, these hoppers back here are full. We don't need any more. And so what I did with that is I just came down here to the second to last hopper, put a comparator on there, and made sure the length of redstone was just enough. So when that hopper, or second to last hopper, is completely full, it'll reach to this lamp and turn it on. I don't know why I put the repeater there. I think I actually needed to go one more block and I didn't want to move all this stuff. I'm not sure. It works. I'm good with it. So that light will turn on when that hopper is on the way full. I could do it to this one, but I had to loop the track in a weird way because it kept doing that thing where the track would want to connect from the top to bottom. So, and it only happened in that one spot. The entire way down, no problems. But this, when I got to the very end, they just kept wanting to connect. So to fix it, I just kind of looped it to the side and then brought it back. Now let's follow the fuel line, because the fuel line does something cool. We've got the minecart loader. I can't remember where I found this design. This isn't my own personal one. I think I found it from Nano Rex. But yeah, when items come into the minecart chest or whatever, the chest doesn't have to be full for this thing to take off. Once it sees that it's done loading stuff into the chest, it'll go ahead and take off. And which is what I really wanted. I didn't want one constantly going. I wanted one only to go when it was needed to go. And I didn't want one sitting there getting backlogged of fuel and then we run out up there, so you had to use the blaze farm to get this thing to go. I wanted this thing to constantly work when it should work, and that's what this does. I'll try to remember to put a link in the video or a link in the comments on how this works. You can see here's the redstone from the switch. So it's just basically going to come down here. It'll come down here and it'll turn that redstone lamp off, which is right underneath, or redstone lamp, redstone torch, which is right underneath the hopper to the chest. And so when that switch is on, this is off, which then allows everything to go in here. Really simple redstone stuff that doesn't take a long time. The hardest part about this was just mapping out the path for the minecart and all that stuff, because with this design you can see right here, this is our input signals and everything. It does run really close to the fuel line, so I kind of had to pull it out just a little bit. But other than that, this was really easy. It was really fun to work on because this is a design I've built like 6 or 7 times now, and I'm changing it up little ways here and there, which I think is just awesome. It makes building the same thing over again pretty fun. But what we're going to do now is we're going to finish cleaning some stuff up. Let's just put that back there. So my plan for all this is just to kind of do something like that. I'm worried this is a little dark. I wonder, can I get a torch down here? Yes, I can. Sweet. Okay, so let's start with the fuel area. Oh, screw. Just jump down. We'll come across. And normally what I do, I'm going to do that whole mix-up block thing. Oh, man, I did not think this through. Let's just... I'm just randomly breaking all this stuff down here. Feel bad, but no one's ever going to see back here, and there was already a giant hole left from where I tore everything out. So let's jump back up here, and then we'll do that. Why is this... See, like, stuff like this, I don't know why this is here. I'm just going to light it up. Light it up, forget about it. And then we'll come across like so. And so. So now, yes, that's nothing special. That's all plain stone. And I locked myself inside because I am smart. Okay. So you can kind of see where I was doing a little bit of the andesite. I just want to come through and break. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make them all underneath. You can see where I put some light down. Oh. Crap. I am so good at this game. Why is this thing on? Why are both these on? You shouldn't have... Oh, good. Oh, more cracked bricks for me. So let's break this one. And let's just go one more here. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear. We're getting a lot of rain tonight, which I'm not going to complain about. We've needed rain for I don't know how long. So it's great to finally be getting some. And let's do it like that. Maybe we'll break this one and do another cracked. Cool. Oh, we're going to get a lot of cracked bricks, I guess, because I keep messing up. Let's go ahead and do this before I forget and fall back in the hole. These are just going to be standard bricks. Yeah, so to do the fuel line, you really can't see it that much, so I'm trying to wonder. I don't like these hoppers. That's why I went and I made these guys. So So what I'm going to do to cover up the hoppers is just going to put these trap doors on here. Yep. Cool. And that's going to cover up the hoppers, and it's not going to take up a lot of room. I was going to do a stair across there, but I felt that kind of pushed off a little bit too much. And I was going to do iron trap doors, but then I've got to do some weird stuff with some pistons to make sure I don't stop the hoppers from working. Wooden trapdoors, they're fine, they're simple. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that looks good. Oh, this thing. Why is this here? I think I was having light level issues. Yeah, see, that goes to 8. I'm not a fan when things get down that low. Could I add another one of these guys here? Okay, so putting the glass in place, and that should do it. That's it for this area. I had to run to spawn and grab some white glass because I didn't have any on me. So that's it, but this thing is done. I'm going to go grab a ton of fish I have waiting to smelt to put into the community chest, and I'll get that going. So far so good. I really like this. This was a super simple design. All I had to really think about was the logistics of how to get something to and fro. But you guys know it. I love using this auto furnace. It's a really nice design. Heck, I tried to fit it in my tiny little area of my base, and it still worked out great. But that's it. I think we're gonna have to call it an episode there because I am way longer than I wanted to be this episode. So, like always guys, if you did like the video, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Until next time guys, see ya!